It's like talking to my teenager. Yeah, whatever. There's tacos. Let's try this again. Hi, everybody. How are you? That's it. My name is Heather Bishop with 95.7 WZID. I'm extremely happy to be here today because usually I sit and I talk to you from a small padded room on the 5th floor in the mill yard, so it's really nice to see some faces. This is awesome. Everybody got here a little early, got some tacos, got to see the really cool stuff. Oh my goodness. I hear that the cactus with the prizes is already sold out, so great for you guys. Awesome. Now, I know it's not Cinco de Mayo. It is, what is 30 in Spanish? De April. But we're going to celebrate like it's Cinco de Mayo anyway. We want to thank you for your continued generosity to families in transition and New Horizons. You have truly made the difference in the lives of many people experiencing homelessness and food insecurity. Just a few things before we start our program. They always give me a list of things they're going to start. You know, if there's a fire, the exits, you know how it goes. Our silent auction is officially closed, and we'll be announcing the winners a little bit before the live auction. And just on a side note, if anybody won that Josh Groban thing and doesn't have anyone to go with, call me, okay? Just saying. I want to thank you guys for coming out on a Tuesday night. I know a lot of you came straight from work, so we appreciate that. Families in Transition, New Horizons, Cinco de Mayo celebration. And this is the last one, so we're going to make it really, really big. Mucho gusto, okay? Wow, that was no bueno. Okay, try again. Mucho gusto. There we go. I know it's hard to clap with a burrito in one hand. Go like this, figure it out. You got it. Now, over the next hour, we will hear from the Mayor of Manchester, the Cinco de Mayo co-chair, be witness to us announcing our Volunteer of the Year, hear from a board director, and we have a variety of incredible live auction items that you will have the opportunity to win. Now, you'll get to hear firsthand from one of our program participants who will share her life journey at Families in Transition New Horizons. And you'll have the opportunity to support Families in Transition New Horizons mission. And lastly, you're going to hear from Families in Transition New Horizons President Maureen Beauregard. I don't know about you, but coming in tonight, I noticed more than a few people on the streets of Manchester, unfortunately. It has gotten a lot better over the years, but there's still a lot of work that we need to do so people don't have to worry where their next meal comes from and not have to worry where they're going to stay when it rains. So because of the kind generosity of people like you, we are helping to literally change lives. So we appreciate you. First, I'd like to welcome to the stage our lovely Mayor of Manchester, Miss Joyce Craig.
Good evening. Such a pleasure to be here with all of you tonight. And I want to thank you. Thank you for not only joining us tonight, but for your generous contributions to Families in Transition New Horizons so they can continue to provide food, shelter, and services to the people in our community who need it the most. One of the many things that I love about Manchester is our residents, businesses, and nonprofits want to participate and make our city better. And Fit New Horizons is no exception. The City of Manchester couldn't ask for a better partner in addressing the challenges of homelessness. Over the last year, the city has partnered with and provided funding for Fit New Horizons so they can stay open during the day and help in terms of making the much-needed renovations to the shelter, which I hear started today, so congratulations. And when I created the Mayor's Task Force on Homelessness, Fit New Horizons was among the first to volunteer their time and their expertise. They played an active role in the recommendations that we made, and I know they'll play an integral role as we together, as a community, implement the plan that was proposed. Despite our challenges, We know Manchester has boundless potential, and our city is working because we're working together. I want to congratulate Fit New Horizons for this wonderful celebration, and thank you for all of the work that you do to make Manchester a better place. And I'll see you at the Walk Against Hunger on May 19th. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we are going to have to the stage Roy Tinsley, I'm so sorry. Roy Tinsley is coming to the stage. Oh, there you are. You are hiding in the other area. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. I've been called a lot worse, so that's okay. Welcome on behalf of my co-chair, Scott Ellison, who has the much more daunting task of chaperoning his daughter's 8th grade field trip to New York City tonight. And the rest of the Cinco de Mayo committee, I want to welcome you tonight. I want to thank all of the attendees and sponsors for supporting us. We have a great night so far and a great night planned. But I also want to urge people to remember what the purpose of this night is. We're here to try to raise money to help the most vulnerable members of our community, people who need shelter and food and a place to live. And we are trying to provide these people with not just the basic shelter and food, but also the means to get out of homelessness and find some type of permanent solution. Not every community has a place or places like Families in Transition and New Horizons. We are lucky to be working in communities where we have the support of people like you who allow us and support us in fulfilling our mission and providing a place where everybody can have a meal every night. I served last night, and the meal last night was out of this world. Everybody can have a place to sleep, and hopefully someday everybody will have an appropriate permanent place to stay who needs it. Many years ago, I participated in one of the point-in-time counts for the homeless population, and essentially it's a census where people walk the streets and count people who are homeless. Fortunately, this one was in the summertime, which is much more pleasant than the January ones I've done before. But about 10, 12 years ago, I was paired up with a person who works with the Manchester School District in providing support for homeless students in the school system. And I thought I knew a decent amount about our homeless population, but I was amazed to learn at how many children in the Manchester school system are homeless. And these are kids who are couch surfing, living in cars, living in tents, living on their streets with or without their parents. And while we make progress, we still have issues today with families who are homeless. At our Family Place Resource Center and Shelter, we still have a wait list of over 120 families. Of these families, approximately 60 families are living in cars, tents, or on the street. We'd like to get rid of that wait list and be in a position to help all of these people. As one of the largest homeless service agencies in the state, we work each and every day on addressing the issues of homelessness and hunger. In 2018, we provided shelter and longer-term supportive housing to over 1,800 people, including 381 children in Manchester, Concord, Dover, and Wolfboro. We provided over 183,000 meals. I'm going to say it again because it's staggering. We provided over 183,000 meals in our various programs. Each and every day we work with adults and children who are in a challenging period of their lives and try to provide them with the support and resources to be successful. I began volunteering at what was then just New Horizons 16 years ago when my business partner Bill Kelly passed away, and those of us who work with him tried to think of something we could do to honor his memory. And we still do that. That's why I was serving yesterday. But I continue to be involved with this organization because I believe that no one should be on the streets, or for that matter, in the shelter for the rest of their lives. it's important that we step up and do what we can to provide support and assistance so that the people who need it have a brighter future. Our programs are evolving and growing to help meet the complex needs of these people who we work with on a daily basis. And there's no way we could do all the things that we do without all of you in this room and the support that we get from all the communities that we serve. On behalf of the Cinco de Mayo Celebration Task Force, we appreciate and thank you for your continued support. Next on the program, we're going to celebrate those who give to us by presenting our Volunteer of the Year Awards. This organization, the volunteer support we get from the community is just incredible. I'd like to welcome my fellow Families in Transition New Horizons board member Dick Anagnos to the stage to introduce our 2018 Volunteers of the Year.
Thank you, Roy. Good evening. For all of you, those who don't know me, my name is Dick Anagnos. I'm a board member, or I should say I'm a member of the board of directors of Families in Transition New Horizons. I almost said co-chair. You know, I have to tell you, I feel a little naked up here because for the last year I've been relying on David Cassidy to be next to me and carry the ball. And you know, he always made me feel good because he always kept telling me I was better dressed than he was. In addition to serving as a board member, since starting my relationship with Families in Transition New Horizons, I've personally volunteered over 1,000 hours to the organization. Knowing the dedication of our many volunteers give our organization, I'm honored to announce the winners of Families in Transition New Horizons 2018 Volunteer Recognition Awards. In 2018 alone, we had over 1,200 individual volunteers that collectively served over 44,000 hours. That amount of hours equates to approximately $1.2 million in resources saved for Families in Transition New Horizons and could help to provide housing and services to 55 families with children for a full year. Every single one of our volunteers brings something special to the organization. Volunteers make Families in Transition New Horizons more dynamic and impactful and are essential to the work we do. The two awards I will be presenting tonight are given each year to volunteers that have made an outstanding impact through their volunteer work. Winners have not necessarily completed the highest number of hours, but instead show dedication to their work and help to further the mission of Families in Transition New Horizons. Unfortunately, our award recipients are unable to be with us tonight, but their impact on our agency and the community is so great that we wanted to still share their impact. We send them our thanks while they are away, and we'll present the award to them at a later date. The first award is Volunteer Group of the Year Award, and is awarded to one outstanding group that has served with Families in Transition New Horizons. Here is what the FIT NH staff had to say about this year's winner, and I quote, "This group of volunteers have been faithful to our Concord participants for such a long time. They put thought behind the meals that they make, and during special holidays involve the kids in craft and dessert ideas. They do an incredible job, which translates to our participants wanting to attend the FIT dinners. Our participants look forward to each and every month, and I think that is a direct connection to the dedication of this caring group. We can't say enough positive things about the group. We are incredibly thankful. Congratulations to this year's volunteer group, Temple Beth Jacob." The next award is the Volunteer of the Year Award and is given to a volunteer or volunteers who set the example for others through their dedicated commitment to Families in Transition New Horizons. In addition to receiving an engraved award, their names will be added to a plaque that hangs in the lobby of our headquarters on Market Street here in Manchester. Here's what FIT NH staff had to say about this year's winners, and I quote, "Mimi and Louis, as well as Peg and Gary, have been extremely dedicated to Families in Transition New Horizons for nearly 10 years. In 2009, Mimi, while shopping at her local grocery store, met and befriended a bakery staff member named Peg. They started talking regularly during Mimi's trips to the store, and one day Peg mentioned her fear of what homeless children do on their birthdays. Do they get a cake? Do they have a party? Mimi decided to take action and call some local nonprofits that provide services to homeless families, and eventually got in touch with us. Mimi and Peg brought the idea of a birthday party to remember, and the program has been running ever since. They and their spouses have been the driving force behind the program. The program is a bi-monthly birthday party for all children in our program between the ages of 0 and 18. Each party has a theme, 30 minutes of entertainment, pizza, cake, and the presents and goodie bags. Peg and Gary provide the pizza, cake, and cupcakes. Mimi and Louis provide the goodie bags and presents for the siblings. Donations take care of the entertainment and the birthday presents for the children. To give you a snapshot of how these 4 people have changed the program, here are a few statistics about their incredible impact. There have been 6 parties a year, approximately 57 parties since inception. Mimi and Louis have never missed a party. Over 500 pizzas have been donated by Peg and Gary's friends at G&P Pizzeria in Chester, New Hampshire. A party averages 30 people, 5 adults, and 25 children. These 4 have impacted the lives of, and this is not unduplicated, this is direct impact, 1,710 people, most of whom were children. Mimi and Louis's job was to assemble the goodie bags for the siblings. There were an average of 15 siblings per party, so they've made over 855 goodie bags. Peg has baked and brought over 50 cakes. Congratulations to this year's Volunteers of the Year, Mimi and Louis Silverman, and Peg and Gary Bremer. In conclusion, I'd like to say thank you again on behalf of Families in Transition New Horizons staff and Board of Directors to all of the volunteers who serve Families in Transition New Horizons. We are in awe of all we have accomplished together, and we thank you for your service. David, I don't have to lean on you tonight. I did it by myself.
So I think I need to just clarify one thing Dick said. I don't think I said better dressed. I think I said more comfortably dressed. Good evening. For those of you who I have not had the pleasure of meeting, I am David Cassidy, and I have the honor of serving as the co-chair, along with Charla Stevens, as of the Board of Directors of Families in Transition New Horizons. I know that we are all very busy, and I want to send my appreciation for you taking the time to spend your evening with us to celebrate such a wonderful organization and the impact Families in Transition New Horizons has and continues to make in New Hampshire. I'd like to personally also thank the award volunteers and also all who volunteer at New Horizons. So I'm going to ask, if you volunteer at Families in Transition, or you volunteer or have volunteered at New Horizons, I'd like you to stand up and be recognized. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for the time you give, because we certainly could not fulfill our mission without all of your efforts. So tonight, Maureen asked me to share with you why I serve and why I serve at Families in Transition in New Horizons. About 15 years ago, I started volunteering at New Horizons, serving meals, delivering Thanksgiving baskets and Christmas baskets with my wife, and then individually each with my 3 kids. I know that there are many organizations and worthy causes that I could have taken my family to volunteer, but I but I was drawn to New Horizons because of experiences I had growing up and because food and shelter are such a basic human need. You see, growing up, I had a brother, Michael, who was 15 years older than I was and somebody I looked up to and admired very much. Michael was very smart. He was the valedictorian of his high school class. After graduation, he went to Dartmouth, and after 2 years, Michael left college and volunteered to serve his country in the Vietnam War. When he returned from the war, he could have moved back home with us, and in fact did from time to time. But Michael couldn't cope with the stresses of traditional home setting and had trouble coping with life in general. Despite the two of us coming from the same family, his traumatic experiences and on top of mental illness resulted in drug use, extended homelessness, and eventually his death. Michael, his life path, as well as his passing, had a significant impact on my life. I'm a real believer that any one of us could unexpectedly experience traumatic situations in our lives or could make a few wrong decisions, and any one of us could find ourselves needing the services of a place like Families in Transition New Horizons. Even to this day, 15 years later, not only do I serve on the board, but I continue serving dinner at the shelter with my colleagues at Eastern Bank. And when I do, I feel like I can relate to everyone sitting in that dining room, because honestly, it could be any one of us. As an organization, we are working hard each and every day on the continuing of care for each participant, not only at our shelter, but through all of our programs in 4 different cities throughout New Hampshire. Specifically at New Horizons, we have hired more caseworkers and even now have on site a certified recovery support worker who, since the start of the year, has made over 60 referrals to our Willows Substance Abuse Treatment Center. That's 60 people now getting the help they desperately need. So thank you for listening to my story. That is why I serve. I'd like to take a minute and acknowledge our Cinco de Mayo chairs and committee. You've heard from Roy Tilsley, but I'd also like to recognize committee members Chelsea Schubert, Kitten Stearns, Linda Quinn, and Sharon Fawcett for their hard work at this event. Again, thank you all for coming tonight, learning a little bit more about where we are as an organization, and supporting us in what we can do to continue our work in providing food, shelter, and wraparound services to those most in need in New Hampshire. Thank you.
Hello? There we go. Thank you for sharing so much. I can't imagine what you went through with your brother, and it really could happen to any of us at any time. Just one illness can set someone back to the point where they become homeless. It's unfortunately something we can help. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the live auction. When you came in, you probably saw the live auction items, and you also saw the silent auction items, right? Everybody got a chance to see those? We've got the winners of the silent auction. Now, the night out in Manchester, Patricia Carty, you won that. The Celtics tickets went to Gil Becker. Gil Becker is a huge sports fan. Gil also got Red Sox tickets for 4. Gil likes the sports. The Red Sox tickets for 2, Amy Dameline. The 3 days at Lake Winnipesaukee is Lindsay Gaskins. I heard a yeah. Good for you. Coffee with the Governor, Patrick Bergeron. You're going to have coffee with the governor, who was here, by the way. I saw him. Didn't get a chance to take a photo with him, though, at some point. After the program, collect your items from the silent auction tables. Our wonderful staff member, Jeannie, is there to assist you. So next, we're going to do the live auction. And I'm not an auctioneer. I don't talk really fast unless I really have to. But we've got some amazing things to do to raffle off. And I hope you guys are ready, because all the money raised will go towards providing to people experiencing homelessness. Now, as you looked around this evening, I hope you noticed the photos of those who've been helped by Families in Transition New Horizons and their programs. I got a chance to talk to a lovely lady who we're going to hear from later. And it's really amazing what just a little bit can do to change someone's life. So, if you're interested in a live auction item, raise your hand, and one of our staff members will be around to... I haven't auctioned anything off yet, sir. Do you want to bid on me? Because I'm not for sale. I mean, you could come to the studio and hang out with me for an hour if you wanted to. No? Okay. All right. I was trying. If you're interested in an item, raise your hand. If you're the winner, Lisa will approach you and take down your information. So everybody knows the rules, right? So don't just be waving high, unless you want to wave high. This is an amazing experience. Mohegan Sun. Who loves Mohegan Sun? I know. Okay, but Mohegan Sun sing an amazing concert. The concert of your choice. A getaway for a night and enjoy Mohegan Sun experience. 2 tickets to any concert of your choice at the Mohegan Sun Arena. The concerts I'll tell you in just a few minutes. Less than a minute. Plus an overnight stay in the luxurious Mohegan Sun Casino Hotel. Now, some of the upcoming choices for concerts are James Aldean and Kane Brown. Anybody like country? That's going to be a good show. Toby Keith, always good. Fish. Queen Latifah. I know, Queen Latifah. Lionel Richie. Shawn Mendes. Now, here's the thing. I know, Shawn Mendes, right? If you've got teenagers and you get them like Shawn Mendes tickets, they will clean their room for like a year. Trust me on this one. And the amazing, talented Sarah Bareilles. Now, those are just a few of the concerts coming to Mohegan Sun. It was donated by Comcast. The value is $1,500. Let's start at $1,000. Who will bid $1,000? All right, in the front, we've got 1,000. Will anybody go 1,100? 1,100? Over where? Oh, nice blue shirt, dude. All right, do I have 1150? 1150 in the back. Do I have 1,200? 1,200. All right, you got it. 1,200. Okay. Will you go 1,250? She's like pouting now. Don't pout. Will you go 1,250? You'll go 1,250? Will you go 1,250? Who? Okay. I've got 1,250. Will you go 13? 13. I got 13. Anybody go 1,350? 1,350? Anybody? Anybody? It's worth 1,500. So 1,350. Come on. Who's going to go 14? Come on, 14. 1,350 going once. 1,350 going twice. 1,350 in the front. Table number 8, 3. The big, okay, so I'll be honest with you. I love the centerpieces, but they're freaking me out because I think they're hands. Am I wrong? Okay. It's been a long day. Who likes golf? Nobody here likes golf, I'm sure. Well, we got an opportunity to golf at 3 clubs where membership is required to golf. We've got the Lake Sunapee Country Club. We've got the Manchester Country Club and Wentworth by the Sea Country Club. This was donated by the 3 country clubs. It's valued at $1,750. Let's start the bid again at $1,000. These are exclusive clubs you have to have membership at. If you don't have membership at, you can't play them except for if you win this. So let's start at $1,000. Who's going to go golfing? Take one of your clients out. Use it as a tax write-off. $1,000. Okay, sorry. 1,100. 1,100 anywhere. 1,100. 1,100. I don't want to make it that easy for you, dude. I'm sorry. 1,100, anyone? Going 1,000 once? 1,000 twice? Sold for 1,000. All right, anybody like Red Sox Yankees tickets? Okay, there we go. I know the Red Sox aren't doing too well right now, but they're going to get better. They're going to get better. It's a long time till October. We've got 4 tickets in the State Street Pavilion at Fenway Park. This includes foods and bar service, plus shelter in case of rain. There are incredible seats. It's a 4:05 game on a Saturday, which is sweet. September 8th, donated by the Stearns family. It's valued at $2,000. These are amazing seats. Yankees, Red Sox, 4:05 in the afternoon. We are talking bar service here. We're going to start at $750. Who will give me $750? Okay, $750. Do I have 800? 800. 800 in the back. Do I have 850? 850 over here. Do I have 900? 900. It's socks. Okay, 900. Awesome. Do I have 1,000? I'd love to get 1,000 for the Sox Yankees tickets with bar service. 1,000. 1,000. See, the flowers are throwing me off because I think the guy in the back's got his hand up. I got 1,000 over here. That's not a plant. All right. Do I have 1,100? Do I have 1,100? Sox, Yankees, and you get shelter if it rains, which it doesn't. Boston's beautiful. It never rains. Do I have 1,100? No? 1,000 going once? 1,000 going twice? 1,100! Woo! You guys are making me work today. Do I get 1,150? 1,150. 1,150. Do I get 12? 12. 13. 13. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I see you hiding behind the flower. 13. 13! I don't have to work this hard at work. Come on. 14. Yankees. Boston, September, beautiful. Picture it. Crisp, beginning to get the crisp bottom air. They're getting close to the pennant. They could do it again. There's time. You got the food service, you got the beverage service, the crack of the bat, the cheer of the crowd. Look at that. And it goes over the Green Monster. 15? No, we're at 15. Yeah, I'm sure. Hon, we're at 15, right? Yeah, my husband says we're at 15. He listens to every word I say. 15! Thank you. Whew. I don't work this hard at work. 16, are you good? No, you're out? Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. 15 up front. Woo! All right. Don't take this the wrong way, but I know I have wine lovers in here. And I'm not going to call you out, Melissa, but I know I have wine lovers in here. So, we are excited for this auction. It's a beautiful wine rack, handcrafted by Miguel 40er. It's beautiful cherry wood with natural finish. It holds 30 bottles of wine, or what some of my friends would call a week's worth. Don't judge. I live in the Lakes region. There's not much to do up there. Plus, we're starting you off with almost a full rack, half a week's wine, 27 bottles, which are valued at over $500. So it's a gorgeous, handcrafted wine rack with 27 bottles of amazing wine. I don't know. Are they reds? Are they whites? Are they rosés? Are there a mix? I don't know. I don't drink wine, but I hear it's amazing. Who is going to start me off at $750 for this amazing handcrafted wine holder and 27 bottles of wine? We're going to start at $750. $750, anybody? Hello? $750 in the back. I was wondering if this one was even on. $800. $800? You guys are looking at me like my teenager. $800. Okay, do I have $900 for wine? $900? $900. Do you see anybody? $900? No? $850 is where we were at? All right, who had $850? Wait, it was $850, wasn't it? Hon, was it $850? Husband says it was $850. $800, okay. Going once? $900. Oh, $850. I'm not so good with the numbers. Music is my thing. $850 going once. Going twice. $850 going sold. Sold. Wow. Literally, I thought this was going to be, they're like, hey, come have some fun. How about a great cause? Eat some tacos. They didn't tell me I was going to be working this hard. All right, so this is awesome. Your name will be a character in a future Judy Picoult book. I mean, this is awesome. Her books are being turned into movies. You could be a literary treasure. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Who would like to start the bidding? This is a priceless thing. See, Dr. Bill Binney. I wonder how much he paid for that one. Whew. So who wants their name in a literary treasure? Let's start out the bidding at $1,000. $1,000. Your name in a book. You could brag. It's a great pickup line. Hey, my name's in a book. No? Doesn't work? All right, let's start at $900. Work with me, people. $900 for your name in a book. In a famous author's book. $900. Anyone? In the back. We've got $900. Do I have $950? $950? Going once? Going twice? It's yours. You're going to be in a book. Whew. Wow. It's hot in here, is it me? All right. I need to go rest now. I would like to introduce one of the Families in Transition New Horizons participants. Ashley is coming up to share her story. Come on up, Ashley. It's okay. She's an amazing woman. You're going to be inspired. Thank you, Ashley.
My name is Ashley, and I was brought here today to be a guest speaker and to bring you into my life before and while being in Families in Transition New Horizons. My mother had very bad mental illness. At the age of 4, I was put into the system. I went into a foster home and then later an orphanage. At the age of 18, I aged out of the system and was given only a 3-day notice. I didn't have a job or no place to go. I ended up on the streets, homeless, and I dropped out of high school. I lived in a tent that winter behind Everett Arena in Concord, New Hampshire, next to strangers. Many of them were decades older than me. I was scared. I didn't have any access to bathrooms. I didn't have warm clothes. I had no food, and I would wake up early to go to the soup kitchen for breakfast and then again for dinner. I went days without lunch. I would only go there for 2 meals a day. Then one day, someone from a local church took me out of my tent and brought me up to a shelter in Plymouth. While staying at the shelter, I earned my high school diploma while working full-time at Walmart. Eventually, I left the shelter, later got married, and I had 2 boys, Christopher and Brandon. Unfortunately, my husband ended up being very abusive. I turned to a domestic violence shelter and haven't seen him in over 8 years. I was able to rent a beautiful 3-bedroom townhouse with a garage while having a roommate. Eventually, she did not pay her portion of the rent and moved out without notice. I ended up homeless again, and this time with 2 children. I moved into a family shelter in Concord. I didn't procrastinate. I started to look quickly for housing and apply for families in transition. The day I got a call from FIT, my heart stopped. It was the first time in my whole life, my children's life, that we had a true place called our very own. A place that I didn't have to share with other people. We had a 2-bedroom apartment with a bathroom, a living room, and a kitchen. I've since had my 3rd child, Genesis, my new beginning in life. My boys love and adore her, and I've received a lot of help since being in Families in Transition New Horizons. At the start of the program, I met with my FIT New Hampshire housing advocate. We talked about what brought me to homelessness, created a goal plan of what I wanted to get out of the program, and they helped me with budgeting. I had no dreams of going to college. I loved working at Wendy's. I didn't care that I didn't make a lot of money, but with encouragement from my housing advocate, I went back to school. I'm proud to say I'm in my 2nd year of college. I'm on my way to earn my associate's degree in early childhood education. I end up leaving my job at Wendy's and going through a TNF program called Workplace Success. I was placed at Merrimack Valley Daycare in Concord, New Hampshire. After a training period, they hired me, and I've been there for almost 3 years. It's my dream job. With that being said, I don't have a driving license to get anywhere, and it takes a very long time. When I was younger, I was a passenger in a car that was hit by a drunk driver, so I was always scared to drive. Transportation has been a huge barrier in my life and in my children's, but my FIT New Hampshire advocate encouraged me to get my license and to feel more confident. So I'm actually enrolled in driving school right now. That was the last piece of the puzzle to make me self-sufficient. I look forward to being able to drive myself and my kids wherever we need to go and not take 3 hours to go to the grocery store or wait for the buses. I dream to take my kids up to the White Mountains and to the beach in the summer. We attend monthly dinners at our building that are put on by volunteers. It's a great way to get to know others in the program and people from the community. FIT New Hampshire parenting classes have been also very helpful. When a child goes through homelessness, Sometimes they experience things that are very traumatic, and sometimes bad habits and behaviors are created. The parenting classes have taught me how to redirect behaviors, how to cook healthier meals for my children on a budget, and to create a fresh start for my children. I continue to work with my housing advocate who encourages me every step of the way. I'm now on the hunt for my own apartment now that I have my Section 8 voucher. But as we all know, New Hampshire has a lack of affordable housing. It's been a struggle to find a place to rent, especially since I can't drive and need to be able to get to work and school, but I'll keep looking. What I want you to know is that Families in Transition New Horizon has been amazing to me and my children. I have learned that the more work you put into the program, the more you get out of it. I am on the right track and I have a bright future, and I'm very grateful. Thank you for everyone who supports Families in Transition New Horizons. The program really works.
I told you she was amazing, and I told you she was inspiring. Absolutely amazing and inspiring. Thank you so much for sharing. Now, as you heard, the programs do work, but we can't do the programs without support. So now in front of you, you see these envelopes. Please consider making a donation that is meaningful to you at this time. Now, if you didn't know, $1,500 can help provide 10 days of intensive outpatient programming, including group and individual therapy, transportation to attend the program, childcare for individuals struggling with substance use, and trauma at the Family Willow Substance Use Treatment Center. If you can give $1,000, that $1,000 can help provide an apartment for one of our homeless families for 1 month. For $1,000, you can house a family for 1 month. We have long-term housing in Manchester, Concord, and Dover, New Hampshire. These homes provide families and individuals in need a home while they wait for more permanent housing. If you can give $500, you provide hunger relief for a family in Manchester. It provides 20 boxes of groceries in the food pantry. $500 provides 20 boxes of groceries. The food pantry is open to Manchester families for food distribution on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from noon to 1, as well as on Thursdays from 6 to 7 p.m. The bread line, which is more than bread, is open Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 1:30 and Tuesdays at 12:30 while quantities last. And there's no residency requirement. Families and individuals can utilize the pantry 1 time per month and receive prepackaged groceries based on the number of individuals in their household. They have choices like fresh fruit, vegetables, meats, and bakery items, which are also available based on family size. The bread line is open following the pantry distribution times, and clients using the pantry and others can come and get bakery and perishable items. Clients may access the bread line as frequently as they need. For $250, you can provide 125 meals in the soup kitchen. Think about that. How many of us have spent $250 on a night out for a date night? That can provide 125 meals in the soup kitchen. They are producing and distributing 700 meals a day. 700 a day coming from the kitchen at New Horizons. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. These meals are serving individuals at New Horizons, families at the Family Place Resource Center and Shelter, and individuals in the recovery housing programs. If you can give, please do, with the envelopes on your table. For $100, you can help provide 2 full weeks of support services to an individual to help them and help out homelessness. Housing advocates or case managers who work one-on-one with participants help them with budgeting, parenting support, through life's issues, connecting them with outside service providers and more. They really help to break down the barriers to help people get back on their feet again. It's a hand up for just $100. You can help provide essential items for just 50 bucks. Diapers, bottles, wipes, high chairs, infant and newborns in the program as well need your help. Just $50 can do that. Participants who move into FIT continue to receive welcome baskets when they arrive filled with home essentials, things that we take for granted like towels and sheets and brooms and cleaning supplies, diapers, wipes, if they need them during their stay at FIT NH. So think about that. If you can, please give what you can comfortably in the envelopes on your table. I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight. I'd like to introduce Maureen Beauregard to please come take the stage.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to thank all of our speakers tonight. We heard some pretty real stories, and they really touched my heart, so thank you. And Ashley, honestly, that's called resiliency. Resiliency. And growing up in foster care is not easy and is quite difficult, and you really surpass the odds. So my hat's off to you, and that you're not paying it forward to your children is pretty amazing, my friend. So my hat's off to you. So I have some awesome news to share. We've started construction at New Horizons on the second floor. The 10-yard dumpster is there, and we're taking down ceilings to see what the pipes look like. It's not pretty. In about 60 days, the second floor, the first phase, will be done. We'll have new bathrooms, secure place for men and women, sober living arrangements for folks who are looking for that. Stephanie says it's safe recovery shelter. She says I can't call it sober or anything anymore. I'm old school. But that's happening, it's coming. And the mayor talked about how the city is supporting us. She's really led the charge on this, and we can't thank her enough for the work that she and the Board of Mayor and Aldermen have done for us. The other thing that we're going to be doing is we're having what's called a design charrette. And we're having people coming in, and they are going to meet with everybody in our neighborhood around New Horizons. They're going to come together, give their input, and then the people that know how to do these things like architects, engineers, they're going to come together and they're going to pull together a drawing of what that neighborhood can look like. And one of my questions was, people always look at what New Horizons does to the neighborhood, and my question is, well, what is that neighborhood doing to New Horizons? If you look in that neighborhood, it's very sad and it's very worn, and everybody needs to kind of lift it up a little bit. So we are going to actually come up with a picture of what an aspirational look of what that neighborhood can look like. And I'm telling you, we are going to get it done. It's really exciting. The other thing that's happening is a rebranding of our organization. So the Manchester Chamber has their Spring M, which I think is pretty cool. I doubt that we'll top that for excitement, but at the breakfast in November, we hope that you come and join us and we can unveil the new name, brand, logo. I find it very stressful changing the name. It's quite an interesting process, but in the end, I think you'll all be happy. On a final note, thank you to the Cinco de Mayo Task Force. You did an awesome job. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank the Board of Families in Transition New Horizons. Please stand, all of you. You are awesome people. They give and they give and they give. and then they give some more. We have a board of 25 people, and people say, isn't that too big? And I'm like, we could have 50 people, and we would still be happy because everybody works so hard, so thank you. The staff at Families in Transition New Horizons is where the magic happens. They come to work every day and face situations that others can only read about or think about. Staff, please stand. You are awesome. I am so proud to call you my colleague and my friends. Thank you for what you do. You really make it look easy when you are dealing with situations that are just so utterly hard, and you do it every day. And then the Cinco de Mayo celebration is going away. This is our swan song. But we are going to be replacing this event with an empty bowl event. And it'll be in the evening. It'll be fun. And if you notice, we have been taking our events and we are moving them towards more mission-driven events. The empty bowls, we work with hunger. Our walks against hunger and to provide housing, more health. And then our breakfast at the end of the year. We hope that you're able to come and help us lift off this brand new event because it's going to be absolutely wonderful. We also have our Walk Against Hunger that's coming up, and there is a bit of a surprise, and when you show up, you'll see what I mean. Again, that event is going to be more mission-driven as well. I feel so blessed to be a part of Families in Transition New Horizons. It has been 27 years of an absolute wild ride. And people talk to me about the organization and they wonder why it's successful. The reason it's successful is because in order to keep it, we give it away. That is the secret sauce that makes this organization. If we didn't have you and we didn't keep giving it to you, to the board, to the staff, to those folks that we serve, we would still be sitting with just me, 5 women, and their children. Thank you, each and every one of you, for making what we do possible. Have a great night. Heather?
I can't top that. So on that note, I will thank you all for coming tonight. On your way out, I don't know, did you guys see the Outfitters thrift store over by the wall? They had some amazing pieces over there, and you can buy them and help out the great cause. So go and check those out on your way out. Thank you so much. If you filled out those envelopes, make sure you give them to staff members from Families in Transition New Horizons. We thank you, and we'll see you at the walk. Thank you very much.